Roblox, find the markers. If you're wondering, yes, I've been sick I've been sick this whole week. I don't know why. Actually, I've been sick for the half week out for half of this week. I don't know why. I was sick. Anyways, I went on Roblox and I found out that Roblox Find the Markers is at its 1 year anniversary. Now, to celebrate this, a new anniversary marker was added to Roblox Find the Markers, and I got it, so yay. But what is Roblox Find the Markers? What was the game about, and how much has it changed? How did it went from having 200? How did it went from 150 markers? How did it went from a small amount of markers to an insane 200? Funny, because other Roblox Find the Items games have literally almost 1,000 of the singular item you're trying to find. Anyways, let's get to Roblox Find the Markers. Roblox Find the Markers states that it was inspired by a game called Find the Domos, but I like to also think that it's heavily inspired by Find the Chomics, considering how secretive some of the markers get. Some markers require you to do puzzles, others requires you to do obbies, and ones are extremely challenging and put your skills to the test and see how good you are. And if you're wondering why I'm in my mom's room, well, now I want to change up the scenery this time around. Not that I live in here, no, I don't. Well, I do live in this house, so not really. Okay, I'm throwing off on a tangent. Roblox Find the Markers. Roblox Find the Markers became my go-to find the Roblox game after I left Find the Chomics. Find the Chomics was too difficult. The thing about Find the Chomics was that Find the Chomics has almost 1,000 Chomics to find, and not only that, the puzzles are incredibly hard to the point where you have to even leave the game in order to get some of the clues, which is really challenging, all for just one item. And there's always, but Find the Chomics is like a giga chat because they always hold bounties for the people that are the first to find they're first to get the new Chomic, the new hardest Chomic in the game. Roblox Find the Markers. I was in Roblox Find the Markers for a while. I joined during its heyday, aka its popularity when it rose to risings. It's due to the fact that YouTubers like Creepcraft and Sketch had checked the game out months ago. So it was a great time to play Roblox Find the Markers. Sure, I might have used YouTube guides, but hey, what do you expect? With some markers, I'm wondering if Roblox Find the Markers. With some of the markers, I'm wondering how did people even figure this stuff out in the first place? You have to go to a special keypad room, type in difficulty, and then do an entire obby, which in and of itself is challenging. Not only for the fact that it also contains another marker inside of it. Yeah, kind of like Find the Chomics, Roblox Find the Markers not only has areas, but sub-realms. There's realms, or aka worlds, in Find the Markers. Find the Markers originally had a few sub-areas. There was the cave, the factory, and that was about it. But ever since then, more sub-areas were added. The space sub-area, which is home to some difficult markers, and home to some of the really challenging ones. Ones that require people to have a noggin thinking. And one that literally requires you to go for the dark, which is incredibly hard. You literally have to memorize and write down the area for that marker. That forces you to go for the dark. You have to write down the map just to even find it. And it's because the electricity, when turned on, also activates a laser gate that prevents you from getting that marker. But I have it, so yeah, took some sanity out of me. Other markers are inconsequential places, like in the sky area. Then there's the difficulty obby realm. the world of difficulty chart obby, because at the time, a few months ago, the hardest marker was the difficulty chart marker. It was a marker obtained via the difficulty chart obby world. It was a realm you access by typing difficulty on a keypad, which is also necessary to do I think 2 other markers. Anyways, upon pressing difficulty and entering it into the keypad, you're then taken to the difficulty chart obby world, where it's styled out. It's styled just like Roblox difficulty chart obby games, where it starts off easy, but each progressing level gets more difficult. By the time you get to the last level, it's extremely hard. Now, the difficulty chart obby realm has had another marker. There was the runner marker, which required you to find a secret spot and then run a long stretch of miles until you make it to the runner marker. It's a long stretch and it's tiring. Then there were 2 other markers. One that played pranks on you by destroying the platforms and moving the platforms away and making you fail. And there's another one where you simply walk behind the starting area and then fly to an area that's out of the normal path, to a little sanctuary area. But the other is the dangerous marker, which requires you to complete an obby all the while a death wall is coming to kill you. The obby is extremely difficult, and I say even more difficult than the actual main obby. But what really pushed Find the Markers is its other realm. The second realm that was in the game, the Washable Kingdom. The Washable Kingdom is accessed by going to the town area and then climbing up the clock tower, and then when walking up towards the clock hands and the clock numbers, you are then taken to the Washable Kingdom. It's styled in a medieval setting. So obviously we got some stuff going on here. In the Washable Kingdom, there's more markers to find, and there was also another difficult and extremely hard marker to obtain, which ultimately increased the skill gap. Luckily for me, I got most of those markers. And I kind of dropped Roblox Find the Markers. I still have a healthy collection of the markers I already got, but there's been more markers that were added since then. Such as the main being the skiing marker, but a few others were also thrown in. Some of the new markers being added to sub areas that were already existing, and others taking up the new difficulty rating on a higher scale. And then we get to the most recent update of Roblox Find the Markers, where all 5 new markers have the letter Q in them. The anniversary marker is also introduced. Find the Markers now has 2 settings, 2 sets in the marker selection. You now have the normal obtainable markers, the markers you get for gameplay, and then you have the event markers. Event markers being the new tab in Find the Markers. With the event markers tab now showing all the markers obtained for events. Now, back in the old days of Find the Markers in its classic era, back then, in the early days of Find the Markers, there were only 2 event markers, the Santa marker and the reindeer marker. They're possibly coming back this Christmas, since they haven't appeared in literally a year. But I do wish more event markers were added, like Easter, 4th of July, Halloween, Valentine's Day, New Year's Eve, so all that shebang. The anniversary markers, of course, the new event markers, so yeah, there's that. Now, my thoughts on Find the Markers, I think it's a really fun game, and Find the Markers is definitely a fun Roblox game, but can I recommend it to the average Joe, the average John Doe on Roblox, the average baller who doesn't have the skill set to do difficult obbies or puzzles in a Roblox game? Should I recommend it? I say yes. Roblox Find the Markers is a great game, though updates have slowed down in some time, but this is due to the fact that that a lot of effort in Find the Markers goes into it. It only has 216 markers at the moment. But Roblox Find the Markers has effort, I tell you. And the effort is immeasurable. You have all kinds of puzzles to go through. Puzzles that require to put in specific codes, puzzles that require you to do specific things, puzzles that require you to do markers on top of other markers. It's something. And markers that even require you to go to the different sub areas I mentioned, with them having their own sets of markers to find, which is incredible. Now, can I recommend Find the Markers? Yes, I would definitely recommend it. But can I recommend it to the average Joe? I say Find the Markers could potentially be, Find the Markers could potentially be Babby's first scavenger hunt Roblox game. However, I will tell you this, Find the Markers doesn't hold back the difficulty. It's hard, but in a fun way. Sure, while it can get a bit frustrating, if you persevere enough, you can eventually make it. Which is probably what makes the game so fun, and what makes it, to me, lots more fun. And sure, while Roblox Find the Markers might have a difficulty gap in player skill, and a skill gap at that, similar to how Roblox Piggy and a few other Roblox games have a skill gap like Funky Friday, Friday Blocks, and a few others, Find the Markers difficulty skill cap and difficulty cap can be overweighted once the player, does a walkthrough like me. Or, they figure it out themselves because, it's the fun part. Honestly, I never did a review of Roblox Find the Markers until today. But I give the game, I think I give Roblox Find the Markers a 9 out of 10. It's good. Actually, no, an 8 out of 10. It's good. Anyways, yeah, this was about a little talk on Roblox Find the Markers. Bye-bye.